I just want to track back a second quickly because, you know, in South Africa, when you're a kid, your sports you choose usually it's like either rugby or cricket or one of the
Yeah.
conventional sports. What made you decide to be like, I want to go fight?
Well, that was the thing. I was actually speaking to a few people about that. All I wanted to do was play rugby. Obviously, like
Mm,
most
especially up in,
Afrikaans,
up
yeah,
in
in
Pretoria.
Pretoria,
Yeah,
almost everyone wants to be a blue ball. Everybody wants to play for the Springboks. Yeah,
yeah.
it's just since I was a kid, that's I wanted to be a sports. I wanted to do something in sports, and for the longest while you had these heroes, like mine was Fourie de Pre.
Mm-hmm.
I was a scrummy, I was a small kid as well, and Brian Abana, just because he
Mm.
was so mad quick, and there was a video of him racing a cheetah. So
Yes, I remember that.
it was
Yeah.
just like I had these heroes, and I looked up to them. So for the longest time, it was rugby, and then I tried all the other sports. I played cricket. I mostly did that for the hot dogs you get afterwards.
Yeah.
I did swimming. I just sank like a rock. That was terrible. I was,
Mm,
I always make the joke, I'm literally not good at anything else, than
really?
fighting. But it's just from the age of 12, after watching my first UFC fight, uh, where my father was a sound engineer for Carnival City,
Okay.
and I just happened to be there one day because
Mm,
I didn't either it was holiday or I didn't want to go to school, but I just happened to be there. I
mm.
wasn't there for the event, and the EFC was on, and he was just like, "Go watch the fights. You're bothering me." so,
Nice.
watched a few of the fights, and then I was absolutely hooked. I was
Mm,
just like, "This is sick."
mm.
Like the crowds were rough. It was just like, and this is what 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, so, um, and then I started idolizing these guys. It's like super tough, super fit athletes that work very hard and that go out there and hit each other in front of 3,000-4,000 people.
Mm,
So, and then that's where the transition happened. So I was like, I want to do that, and my parents didn't take it seriously, so they were like, find a gym and then we'll do it. I didn't have a phone at that stage, so I was riding my bicycle in Pretoria looking for a gym,
wow.
riding in Garsfontein area
Yeah.
and Morletta Park, and all those, just like physically looking for something. Found a karate gym and I was like, I don't want to do that.
Mm,
That looks dumb. So, and then I just happened to find Fighting Fit, which was a kickboxing gym at that stage, and that's basically where I trained. And I don't know if you know Cole Henning.
the name sounds familiar,
So
but
he recently fought for a UFC lightweight title fight. He
yes,
unfortunately lost that fight, but
yes.
brilliant athlete, and he's one of the guys that basically took me under his wing
Mm-hmm.
once I started kickboxing. After after doing kickboxing for about 3 weeks, I entered my first tournament, which was,
Seriously,
yeah, it was super quick, but they were just like, yeah, go try it.
were you just
And
did you just have a knack for it, or was it just
I,
like they
I
wanted someone to enter?
I think once I know when I started kickboxing, it was in holiday. So I'd literally, like I said, nothing else to do.
Right.
So in the mornings, I remember there was a 9 a.m. Cardio class. So at 8, I would jog there. I would warm up, do the 9 a.m. Then after that, there was like a weird
Yeah.
Pilates class. I was like, sure, let me do that as well. Now that I think of it, I was just most of the time bored.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to train. And then started doing the kids, the afternoon kids class, the senior classes in the evenings, and then the MMA classes late at night.
Mm.
And that was literally my holiday schedule. So after 3 weeks, we got to enter a kickboxing tournament. I took bronze, cried my eyes out, got my ass kicked, and that's how we start,
Sure.
basically.
And
Yeah.
then how long were you there before you met up with your current team now?
So I was there for 2 years, and yeah, in between that transition, I got to meet. Her name is Vina,
Mm-hmm.
a lady that's from Q for Fuel, which was my sponsor first, and then became Team CIT's team sponsor. So at that stage, the kickboxing gym was in the transition of moving far away. I couldn't jog all the way to
Yeah.
Silver Lakes, so they came up with a plan to take me to Hatfield and go train at Team CIT, and that's how I got to meet Dricus. So my stars were, yeah, the
Line perfectly.
I was really blessed. I was really blessed to be able to have them also. Now they were helping me with competition fees and clothing and stuff like that. And then they wanted to sponsor a bigger team because they were a massive fan of the sport. And then still remember we were sitting in her car and she said they are looking to sponsor Team CIT. And then I just called out the names of it. I had all the EFC DVDs,
Yeah.
so I would study them. So I was like, okay, Michiel is there, Dricus is there, Leon Maynard is there, Tumelo Maputa, all these guys.
These are all massive names at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, so you know them? I was like, yeah, of course I know them. And that's basically how their involvement in the team started. And then I was just like a type of add-on. So, Dricus had to give class to me because he needed to impress the new sponsor.
Right, okay.
And unfortunately, they had like this adopted son that needed to train.
Yeah.
So that's basically how the dynamic started, which wasn't the best. But then after that, it slowly developed into, listen, we got something here. We can work with this. And yeah, that's how it began.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that clip, I've got another one for you over here and over here. Please don't forget to subscribe over here and have a look at my other socials down in the description box below. Thanks for watching.